Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. I wish Ripple had given away more XRP, executive says. Now, this is coming from David Schwartz. So Schwartz expressed regret that Ripple did not distribute more tokens when the XRP price was low. In his view, the influx of large numbers of tokens into the market now that the XRP price is already at 40 cents makes things much more difficult. And he says the two situations are not comparable. The XRP and the Escrow belongs to Ripple for profit corporation to do with as fits Ripple's goals. There's no community ownership, no vote. The flare and the airdrop is supposed to be the communities to vote on to benefit the ecosystem. But as I've said before, I do wish Ripple had given away more XRP when it was still close to worthless. Everything gets much harder to do as the value goes up. A particular problem is also that for U.S. recipients, this would be taxed on ordinary income, forcing them to sell around 50% when they receive the tokens. This is one of the reasons why the release of all tokens into the market should have been done while the price was at its lowest, Schwartz summed up. So that's why Ripple is holding so much XRP. They should have dumped it when the price was cheap. I'm here for a 5-digit XRP. It cracks me up with the naysayers. Market cap, diluted, uneducated delinquents. And this comes from David Schwartz 6 years ago. It all depends how big you want to dream. What if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share? It would be at $2 back then. Today, it would be over $8. What if Ripple captures the value of all high-friction international payments that are now occurring? Back then, it would have been $20. Today, it would be over $100. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe $120? Well, that was 6 years ago. Today, it would be over $500. That's why I always said 589 is very achievable for XRP. Ripple has surpassed the $20 billion market cap. XRP is currently trading at 41 cents, which is a gain of 3.76%. I believe that's happening because so many people, even if they hated XRP, are buying it now with that FOMO money, fear of missing out, because that case could end at any moment and euphoric candles can show up, and people don't want to miss out on that. Swift reports future of cross-border banking. Ripple was a contributor, as we see here. Now, anytime Swift is talking, Ripple seems to have a seat at the table. I still believe Ripple and Swift are working side by side, but I believe year over year, Ripple is going to take more and more business away from Swift. World Bank partnered with Ripple, and you see here, the Shanghai Huarong Bank recently announced that it is working on a remittance product using Ripple for the U.S.-China corridor. I'm telling you, at some point, we are going to get a huge announcement that China plans to implement Ripple as well. It's just a matter of time. Australia's big four banks, ANZ and Westpac, test out Ripple payments. Two of Australia's big four banks, Westpac Banking Corporation and the Australia and New Zealand bank group ANZ, are trialing Ripple payments for faster and low-cost cross-border payments. Westpac, which is ahead of ANZ in its intention of integrating Ripple, said it is in the early stages of proof of concept, where staff members are testing the system and making small international payments to other countries. So they're already testing it out. Speaking with the Australian Financial Review, Rachel Slade, General Manager of Global Transaction Services at Westpac, said that Westpac has been satisfied by the experiment so far, noting that integrating Ripple would allow the bank to transfer funds across the world in a fast and cheaper way. And it's just a matter of time until the entire country is using it as well. Ethereum is not going to compete with Ripple, let's face it. Ripple signs new partnership with international money transfer firm to use Ripple for cross-border payments. Now this comes from Lithuania. So San Francisco-based payments company Ripple is partnering with the Lithuanian financial technology firm to facilitate cross-border money transfers. RippleNet's ODL protocol will leverage XRP to enable payments between Europe and Mexico without requiring FinCEN to tie up capital by pre-funding accounts located abroad. And it's literally country after country. This is that new financial system getting built right in front of our eyes, and Ripple is going to be at the heart of all of it. Chamber of Digital Commerce mentions Ripple's suite of products versus Swift. Now you see here, they always talk about Swift and Ripple at all of these banks and all of these locations, and they put them side by side. But most of the time, Ripple excels better than Swift. That's why I said, even if they use Swift later on, at some point, they will want to utilize Ripple to stay competitive with everyone else. It's just a matter of time. I say it. So Omar Sultan Al Olama from UAE, being funny, said, I was promised one Ripple to be on this panel. And also, class not, if I would have been offered a Ripple, I would have declined the invitation. Then Brad says, they meant one XRP, not Ripple. So are they saying the value of XRP is high in the future, one XRP? This is kind of one of those riddles you got to figure out and interpret for yourself, but I thought I would share it with all of you. So JP Morgan, if Ripple wins SEC lawsuit, XRP is poised for significant adoption. Now, JP Morgan, I feel, is worried about Ripple and worried about XRP. I believe that was the whole reason for the SEC case. But again, I believe it was to delay Ripple long enough so JP Morgan can stay relevant, continue making money in the future. But it's nice to see how JP Morgan talks about Ripple. So XRP versus Swift. The JP Morgan report started out by stating XRP was engineered to facilitate transaction on Ripple's blockchain-based digital payment network. Benefits of the network include expedient payments and reduced transaction fees. The paper mentions its founding date of 2012 and co-founders Jed McCaleb. While traditional money transfers, most commonly SWIFT transfers, are costly and can take up to 5 business days to complete, transactions using Ripple's XRP can be completed in as little as 3 to 5 seconds, and transaction fees are well under a penny. XRP SWIFT transfers are more expensive due to numerous intermediary banks involved that charge fees to both the sender and the recipient. The Ripple network includes more than 100 financial institutions, including Bank of America, Santander, and American Express. So JP Morgan already knows Ripple is better than SWIFT. That's why I believe they tried to come up with an alternative, but their alternative is going to fail against Ripple. There's not going to be an alternative to XRP and on-demand liquidity either. So this comes from Crypto Eerie. New YouTube channels popping up with the XRP as the next world reserve currency is 100% nonsense. The XRP ledger can't handle all the world's payments, and a central bank is not going to issue a digital asset that behaves like Bitcoin, XRP, or Ethereum. She goes on to say XRP is a bridge. Ripple and all others in the payment space don't even have 1% of the transaction volume in terms of market share. And as Ripple's Navin Gupta said in June, even the very, very big players, I always said it, XRP is that trust layer in between two CBDCs. People keep saying XRP is going to be the one world currency. That doesn't make sense in any way. Then people say it's going to be a stable coin, pegged to $1. That doesn't make sense either. It's going to be a trust layer, a bridge between two CBDCs. That's what's going to give it all its value. Ripple CEO at World Economic Forum finds amazing receptive audience in Davos. I didn't see the CEO of Bitcoin there, did you? And that's why I said Bitcoin doesn't have a place in the future. When you listen to the biggest banks in the world, and you listen to the IMF and the BIS, and you listen to Christine Lagarde, the way they don't talk about Bitcoin in a positive way. Instead, they say it's going to be irrelevant in the future because it's going to pose a threat to a CBDC. I believe that's what it comes down to. That's why they're going to regulate Bitcoin out. That's why I always tell you, invest with the elites. Invest where the money is. I believe XRP is going to give us financial freedom in the future. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon. People with these traits succeed. Not the smartest or the hardest working in the room. This is actually what made me make the other video I made today, where I talk about business and how you can grow a business in the future. Humility, openness, fairness, and being authentic are the most important, not being the smartest person in the room or the hardest working person in the room. And anytime you see something like that, that tells you, what a person's qualities are. When they show humility, they show openness, and they're always authentic, not being someone that they're not. But that's what actually sparked the other video I made today, and I figured I would share the reason why. But then Jamie Dimon also said Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock. And I believe you need to pay attention if you're a Bitcoin investor when you see things like this. That's why I always tell people, whenever you get to profit in Bitcoin, get out as soon as possible. Get into utility-driven cryptocurrencies, current cryptos that have real-world use case, because that's how you continue to make money in the future. Bitcoin at some point is just going to fade away once everything is utility driven. And who knows, we might go on a utility driven run, and who knows how long that run lasts. Who knows what the potential of these cryptocurrencies are. Look at XRP, a ton of utility. Look at HBAR, ton of utility. The rest of the ISO coins, ton of utility. Invest in that. These are your safe investments. I don't believe Bitcoin is a safe investment in any way. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.